Get in, loser. We're making a video about the CZ Scorpion. Everybody has a favorite food. Think of yours right now. Are you picturing it? How rare is your New York strip? How tender is your venison backstrap? How yellow is your Kraft macaroni and cheese? Okay, just joking. Everybody prefers the filet over the strip. But whatever it was, I'm sure it was top notch in your book, right? It was top shelf. It was that birthday dinner, anniversary date, last meal from death row type of cuisine. But what is your, not top of the list, but a food that will always make you happy? For me, that's Kraft macaroni and cheese. So let's rewind it a little bit, back to 2009. Boom Boom Pow and Poker Face were topping the charts somehow. Inglourious Bastards gets released into theaters. And I was working at a Zaxby's drive-thru in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Do you want to know what else happened in 2009? Did you also guess that CZ would release one of the most badass subguns to ever be imported into the United States? Oh, you did? Wow, you should do trivia night at the bar, dude. You're really good at this. That's right. Cheska Zabruvka.
Cheska Zbrojovka.
Not gonna work here anymore anyway.
Cheska Zabruvka gave us one of the most badass, cool subguns, at least one of my favorite, that we ever got imported here. If you already knew that that's what CZ stood for, go ahead and hit that like button. If you already knew how to pronounce it properly, you're lying, dude, but go ahead and hit that like button anyways. Now, I've had this Scorpion since 2021. I know, admittedly, a little bit late to the party, but this is also the third gen of the Scorpion, and in my opinion, it's the best. And I know that the next gen Scorpions are out there already. They've been out there a minute now, and they ostensibly have better ergonomics, AR type controls, yada yada, blah blah, whatever. I don't care about that. We aren't here to talk about that. We're here to talk about old reliable here. And by we, I mean me, because I'm just sitting here talking to my camera and I'm incapable of hearing anything you're saying unless you're putting it down in the comments. Anyways, since I'm neither new to the gun culture nor to the internet itself, I am very aware of the only two responses that bringing up the CZ Scorpion will provoke. Mild enthusiasm with a side of, wow, what kind of handguard is that? Or the more popular opinion to have, ew, what are you, poor? And while I'm usually not prepared for either interaction, I try to respond as best I can because I don't want to miss out on making a new potential buddy. I have friends on both sides of the aisle, Scorpion simps and Scorpion rejectors. Both of them are extremely opinionated and usually equally as inexperienced with the platform. Bandwagons are a real thing, people. You are not immune to hype, and neither am I. That being said, let's be fair about this. You have bias. I have bias. Your favorite YouTuber has bias. I know that's a bit redundant, but my point still stands. No one who is willing to write back and forth for hours on gun forums or, God forbid, make an entire YouTube video about a gun, chest rig, plate carrier, fill in the blank, whatever, is unbiased. Rational, mentally well people just don't spend that kind of time doing something that they just honestly don't care about one way or the other. So, mac and cheese. The CZ Scorpion. Let's start off with a few things that are usually sticking points for the elitists who wouldn't get caught dead with one of these childhood favorites. Man, I'm getting the blue box blues already. The weight. Now, let's be honest. If you think the CZ Scorpion is heavy, you have way bigger problems to worry about than whatever subgun is going to serve you best in whatever fictional scenario you've created in your head. You need to put on your kit, grab some water, and go ruck with the boys. I bet you're also terrified of those beautiful, thick women you're not sure if you could pick up or not. And while it's typically a little heavier than most subguns in its class, it's probably about half the weight of your Mark 18 SBR fully decked out, and I don't see you complaining about that 10.5-pound porker on Instagram. And for the past 4 years, I've carried this regularly in my Vertex Commuter Sling 2.0, with the rugged Obsidian 9 suppressor and a spare 35 round Magpul Scorpion mag in the other compartment. It's very doable and has never been more of a burden or hindrance than I've been able to handle. Gripe number 2 has got to be, but it's direct blowback. You are correct, sir. It is indeed direct blowback. That very simple yet incredibly robust action that runs into next to no issues with even minimal maintenance. I find it funny how for the longest time, and even still now, the same people who complain about the overwhelmingly violent recoil of the direct blowback Scorpion will sing the praises of a B&T APC 9, which is about $1,000 more, and get this, guys, you ready? It has a direct gas blowback system. And just like any other tool you have, you train with it, you shoot it, you feel how it recoils, how it cycles, and how it tracks, and you get competent with your firearm. And for the record, you should be very familiar with the firearms that you own, and especially the ones that you carry. I always picture the guys that complain about the recoil in the Scorpion, like their favorite gun is that 16-inch barreled 5.56 with like a ridiculous 8-port muzzle brake and some reduced spring that makes it feel like a 22 long rifle. And if that sounded like a personal attack, I'm not sorry. You're unbelievably loud. I can hear you at the range, from my house. You make people not want to go shooting. See that? You just ruined this dude's only chance, his first and only chance now, of taking his wife shooting with him at the range, because now she's like, this is too loud, it's scary. Nobody likes you. Stop it. Go home. Do better. Complaint number 3 is, it's just not my style. And honestly, this is the first one where I really can't tell you you're wrong. I mean, I know I'm a pretty snappy dresser, but I'm not everybody's flavor of TISM. A lot of people that say this are gonna typically be your boomers and your fuds, but let's be real, do we really care what people twice our age care about our flavor of subgun? I mean, it's not chambered in 45 AARP or 410 shot shell, and they tuned out as soon as you said 9mm. But what I really hear when I hear this take is, the CZ Scorpion is not my style. My style is letting people know that I can afford a Noveske Space Invader or an HK SP5K PDW. And while both of those guns are cool, and I don't have a problem with either one of them, I actually like both of them, I don't have entry-level dual-tube night vision money to dump into a subgun. Is this a poor cope take? No. Well, I guess it depends on if you think the Scorpion's for poors. See, I told you this was hard to say right or wrong on, because style is subjective, but the CZ Scorpion is objectively cool. Moving on. So I know so far I've been pretty dismissive of the complaints, but I'll be a fair critic for a minute here. The CZ Scorpion Evo 3 S1 in the stock configuration, not a fan. It's one thing to have fun running this in the stock configuration in a video game because the aesthetics are peak, but in real life this thing really sucks. Let's start off with the unapologetically European elephant on the gun. Excuse me, Eastern Europe, what the hell is this grip angle? Now I know the grips in Euroland have funny angles in general, but this one's particularly egregious. This thing will have you dislocating your American wrists faster than you can figure out what a kilometer is. I've heard it has something to do with them wearing winterized gloves or something, but come on, who actually enjoys this grip angle? So obviously this is one of the first things that me and every other Scorpion user changes out instantly once you take it out of the box, before it even hits the range. Another thing that's a complaint is the absolutely atrocious trigger on this thing. Not lying, the first time I took it out to go shooting and I went to pull the trigger, I thought I was still unsafe. CZ on their website says that it has a trigger pull weight between 9 and 10 pounds. But I think that's them attempting to sort of downplay just how unbelievably heavy this trigger is. Their website should say that the actual pull weight feels something like trying to drag a Mini Cooper through a volleyball court. So once again, it gets swapped out for a flat-faced reduced weight trigger from HB Industries. Remember that name, it'll save you a lot of money and heartache. So you've changed out the trigger and the grip. Now what? Well, if you're a conditional purist, or you just don't want to spend any more money, you're all good, off to the races. But wait, where are you gonna mount all your MLOK accessories? Your flashlight, your QD sling mount, your angled foregrip from BCM. Yeah, you could use the native 1913 rails, or you could head back to HB Industries and get yourself a new Handguard. They have a few options. But I ended up going with the Paske Sapper polymer handguard with the built-in hand stop because I liked how it was reduced weight and it was cheaper than the aluminum one. And yes, if you plan on mounting anything forward of the receiver that needs to hold a 0, you should probably go with the aluminum one. But I didn't see that necessary because I have no intention of mounting a PEC unit to my bag gun. As we've already established, I can't afford night vision. Oh yeah, and something I almost forgot. If you plan on changing your handguard out at all on the CZ Scorpion, you need to order the CZ barrel nut, the CZ Scorpion barrel nut tool from HB Industries because you will not be able to get that off of there. You need to have the tool, you need to have a breaker bar, and the strength of a blue collar mechanic to get it off. And I'm seriously not kidding about this. I had to put so much pressure on it that I thought I might actually break the frame. I don't know what kind of Loctite they're using over at CZ, but it's probably strong enough to have held 90s kids' parents' marriages together. So yeah, we're gonna shoot the Scorpion at 100, see if I can ring some steel with it. I know I can, by the way. Did it a couple times at least. It can be done. Soap, we gotta shoot Makarov, 9x18 Makarov. It's unpleasant. Works pretty good. So, on top of the Scorpion, we have the ScalarWorks riser, the 1.57 inch riser with the HoloSun 507C. We have the standard, no longer made, I don't think, CZ Scorpion iron sights. A Magpul HK sling loop for my G2 gear, custom Tropic Multicam HK sling, or HK loop sling, HK hook sling. And yeah, it's a good sling. I like it. Local guy made it. Pretty cool company. Check out his Instagram at G2 Gear. Other than that, the SB Evo from SB Tactical, the SB Evo, I think they call it. Folds to the side, folds up in the bag just nice. Up front, wow, that's hot. Up front we have the rugged Obsidian 9, which is very hot right now, on a tri-lug adapter, a tri-lug mount from Rugged Suppressors that I screwed onto the 1/2x28 threads on the Scorpion. Right here we have the Paske Sapper front handguard. Comes with the built-in hand stop, and this is a BCM angled foregrip on the MLOK slots. Pretty simple setup. No flashlight currently. I am trying to find a flashlight that I like for that. Dumbass me went and grabbed the suppressor. Hey friend, you want to shoot the Scorpion?
You have a Scorpion?
Yeah.
People talk shit about the Scorpion on the internet.
I'm making a YouTube video about it right now.
When it comes to the realm of PCs, these people always shit on the because apparently it was cool at one point and then it wasn't.
It's always been cool. It's like Creed. It's always been based.
Is that what you tell to yourself?
Yeah.
That's alright. Yeah, I don't see why people shit on it. It smells weird. I don't know if it's the ammo I'm shooting or what.
It's because you're shooting suppressed and you're getting a lot more gas back than you usually do.
After shooting his MP5, I'm thinking about buying an MP5. That's okay. That's okay. Would I buy one? Probably not. Not because anything is wrong with it. It's just that the MP5 is clouding my opinion right now.
Okay, out of the 10-point scale, where does it fall? As a PCC?
An 8.
8? Okay, that's fair.
Is this a modified trigger?
Okay. Aftermarket grip, aftermarket trigger, aftermarket handguard.
What would you rate it if in its factory configuration?
Ass.
Ass. No,
Oh.
it's not high. It's not high.
Oh.
Oh, it was high.
You lied to me. You lied to me. Pretty cool. I like it. Ugh, it's like $3 right there. So after a remarkably hot day at the range and having fun and making new friends, I am back home in the air conditioning where I'm going to complete editing this video. So now that we got all that out of the way, how does it shoot? Well, I guess in short, a little more punchy than an MP5, but nowhere near as bad as one of those micro compact 380 pistols, or as you saw earlier, a Makarov. You have 3 points of contact, you pull it into the shoulder, you probably got a red dot on there, you let it rip. You're gonna hit it. It's gonna be great. The accuracy is very good for the cartridge. The 7 3/4 inch barrel that it has gives you the sweet spot of powder burn for 9mm, so you're getting like the highest velocity you can expect to get out of a 9mm, and the groups are pretty good. I mean, within reason. I mean, you're not gonna like get sub MOA groups at 100 yards. Come on, it's a 9mm subgun. At the end of the day, it's really good from harsh language distance to about 50 yards, which is about what you'd expect to use it at. So what do I see the purpose of this Eastern European whiz-bang being? Vibes is a big one. I mean, looking cool is half the battle, so there's that. But me, I've used this as a home defense tool and also an out-of-the-house active threat response tool. It flexes between both roles pretty well. And I already know, I'm already hearing it, but despite what Brass Facts says, you can make a larger frame PDW work for you if you're willing to adjust your personal loadout a little bit and work around the larger platform. Now, I know I'm not knocking the guy. I'm personally a fan of his, and I've seen almost every video he's uploaded. I'm pretty sure anyways. He makes good content. But I'm also a gun autist with a camera, internet connection, and some anecdotal experience of my own. Remember, we're all nerds with opinions and preferences. We're not wrong, we're not right, and we're all a little special. And beyond all that, something I think a lot of YouTubers don't really talk about is fun. Is the gun fun to shoot? I think the CZ Scorpion's great. I think it's fun. The ammo's cheap, the magazines are plentiful and affordable, and it's just a great platform. Remember, this isn't always find the best firearm for every platform and scenario. It's about the love of the game. Do you even enjoy shooting, bro? Hey chat, is it gay to enjoy going to the range? Hey chat, is it gay to enjoy shooting as a hobby as well as a utility? Now, mag dumping into trash and bump firing to upset your RSOs is all well and good. But don't confuse having fun with the boys and shooting water heaters at the dump as any kind of practical training. Get a shot timer, work on tightening up your groups, and move around a little bit if you can. So in conclusion, who is this for? Well, I believe there's room in everyone's collection for a pistol caliber subgun. The CZ Scorpion just has the advantage of being a trusted, well-known, and affordable option for the market. And the aftermarket for this thing is just insane. There's literally tons of websites, not just the one I mentioned, that make parts for this gun, and even Magpul makes, how do you say, YouTube compliant 29 round magazines for it. Wink, wink. I guess what I'm saying is, if you want a good quality, reliable subgun that won't break the bank or cost you more than your mortgage, rent, or whatever your parents are charging you to live in your old bedroom at 35, sorry dude, it's rough out here, then the Scorpion's probably for you, dude. It's tough out here, folks. We get it. Everything costs money. Everything's a lot of money. Money we don't have, but we still spend anyways because America, baby. And if you'd still like to see more, be sure to follow me on Instagram at the Duval Rant. And if you'd like to see more of me and the boys' shenanigans and memes, follow us at FloridaMan_training. See you later. Oh, dude, that's cold. It's really cold, actually. Yeah, I didn't really think that through very much because now I gotta walk back over the hot sand with like nasty, wet, soggy flip-flops. They're gonna get all sand coated. And yeah, dude, I hate the beach. I hate the beach.